YouTube used to be the platform for creators, and in many ways, it still is. But right now, it's quietly becoming a landfill for AI-generated junk, or what's otherwise known as AI slop. It's the kind of content made by no one for no reason, except to game the algorithm and grab a few ad dollars, or in some cases, millions of ad dollars.
When your success starts to impede on the chances of other people becoming successful, that's when it becomes a problem. Because what happens is the people taking the shortcuts are achieving success much quicker. And the people actually trying to grow at it organically, naturally, and all that, what happens is they face a lot of hardship. So they start to second guess themselves. And that's the moment where I wouldn't be surprised if incentives start to drift the other direction. The people that they were initially critiquing, they end up becoming them because they couldn't bear with the hardship of trying to grow naturally on the platform.
This isn't a problem exclusive to YouTube. Spotify's being overrun with AI music. Twitter's flooded with bot accounts buying reach. And I don't even want to get started with what's going on Facebook or Instagram. AI slop is showing up in every niche, from gaming to music, movie trailers, true crime, and even business content. And I'll admit, I underestimated the scale of this myself.
Yeah, but why would you be surprised? Platforms are literally incentivizing you to integrate AI into content creation. They're literally providing the features for you to do that, bruh. So don't be surprised when bad actors come in and start exploiting the features that these platforms are providing. It's kind of ironic. The same thing that they were vouching for ends up being the exact same thing now they gotta start placing restrictions on because it's getting out of hand. Man, y'all should have never even brought it in the first place.
Mostly because I've curated my algorithm to avoid this kind of content. But in doing so, I missed what millions of people are actually being served and how fast it's spreading. Right now, I believe the average person can't tell if certain videos are AI generated or not. Whether it's an AI voiceover behind a faceless channel, AI generated visual assets, or even AI generated music.
It becomes a real problem when AI starts tampering with the news. Because at least in a news network, you have plenty of people checking each other. But when AI is tampering with the news, only one person is running the show. And whatever narrative they want to spread, that's the narrative they're going to spread. They get to fearmonger and manipulate you into doing whatever they want you to do.
The fastest growing channel on YouTube over the last year has been this one, Masters of Prophecy. It went from a few hundred subscribers in February to over 31 million by June. This is according to Sherwood News. If you know anything about YouTube or a social media following in general, that stat is insane. Just for some context, it took Mr. Beast 6 years to reach 5 million subscribers, and then another 2 years to go from 5 million to 30 million. And that was after making 750 videos, and likely spending millions of dollars in the process.
So this dude went from a few hundred subscribers in February, and then 4 months later, he gained 30 plus million subscribers? Mr. Beast couldn't even do that, bruh. It took him years to do it. But this is the type of stuff that Walt Disney couldn't even write a story about, bruh, because it's so unbelievable. It's never heard of, bruh. That's crazy, man. That's literally what I was talking about earlier. That's how you get people to convert to the dark side. That's how you get people to literally become AI slop channels when they see results like this. Because it's mad tempting. I'm not going to do it, but there's some people that will.
Now, this Masters of Prophecy channel achieved 31 million subscribers with less than 300 videos. And all of its content is AI generated. They post AI music videos, I guess, if you can call them that. But upon a closer look, it appears a lot of the comments appear to be bots themselves. And a lot of the views, well, let's just say they seem inorganic.
I wouldn't really go as far as saying his AI comment section is filled with bots, because I would like to believe that YouTube heavily regulates against bot activity in the comment section and also when it comes to viewership. Now, I'm not saying there's no bot-related activity. I'm just saying it's probably a small percentage than what he sees it as. Also, at the same time, either people don't care they're subscribed to his channel, or probably think that it's made by a real creator, and it's real content. Shaking my head, man.
Sherwood News also pointed this out, calling their growth, quote, suspicious, especially because the channel went from 300 subscribers to 100,000 in a single day, without new videos, shorts, or comments in that time. YouTube has a term for this kind of thing. They call it invalid traffic. And if YouTube determines a video is garnering invalid traffic, they can demonetize that video or in some cases terminate the channel entirely.
Anything that goes that fast is automatically going to be suspicious, because on YouTube, it takes a lot of time and effort to even grow a channel, let alone reach 30 million subscribers. And let's be honest, if they were able to achieve growth that fast within a 4-month span, I'm gonna be real with you, dog. If YouTube terminates them, they'll just go create different channels and have that same success repeated over again.
But speaking of labels, as far as I can see, nowhere on these videos does the channel or YouTube itself label this as AI generated, which is a complete and utter failure by both parties in my opinion. Because when uploading a video to YouTube, they have a box that the creator is supposed to check if the video contains AI generated content. You know, similar to that box that appears when you watch a video and it pops up and says, this video contains paid promotion. Now that's due to an FTC guideline, but I don't think that I've ever seen a disclaimer box from YouTube on any of these AI videos.
See, the only reason we know that a video has paid promotion is because of the FTC. But we need some sort of FTC type of equivalent to enforce YouTube to also providing labels on when something is generated with AI, so we can be able to distinguish from what's real and what's fake. And unless an FTC type of thing equivalent shows up and enforces YouTube to do that, we will never know what's AI and what's not, especially with how advanced AI is getting. So don't expect those labels to come anytime soon.
Several companies are already spending billions of dollars trying to figure out how they can capitalize on all of this. Because if people want to replace themselves with AI, they need technology to do so. Ironically, Google, which owns YouTube, is actively participating in this with their AI video generator tool called VO3. The business model is quite simple. You pay these companies for a subscription and that they will generate the AI slop for you.
Hey, if you're trying to be an AI slop channel, please don't do it. Because usually when it comes to things like this, creators are usually the ones who take the hit first. And it even sucks when you have a corporation as big as Google worth trillions of dollars and can be able to literally make money from anywhere and decides to capitalize off this specifically. Like, you guys can't find anywhere else to maximize profits? It almost feels like Google, man, is trying to make profit at the creator's expense.
It's one thing for AI generated slop to be making music or even be involved in video games, but it's another when people start using it to insert themselves into real events and make up stories around them. But as you can see, there's a pattern. When there's a high profile legal case or something dominating the headlines, these AI slop channels come crawling out of the woodwork.
Honestly, now that I think about it, we don't just need labels on AI content. We need regulation on AI content creation itself. Imagine somebody in the basement creating false evidence that you get charged for. You get more charges because they suspect that you committed that crime when the whole time it was fake. Oh nah, bruh. Oh nah, bruh. Whoever gonna do that to me, run the fade, bro. Run the fade. Nah. That's crazy, bro. That's why I'm saying we need AI content regulation.
And this is where AI slop stops being an annoying inconvenience and starts actively undermining how people process reality. Because if fake content can mimic real news, insert itself into criminal trials, and rack up millions of views before YouTube even notices, where's the line anymore?
I mean, you have to look at it from the perspective of who it affects. It affects the creators and it affects the consumers. The consumers are basically the viewers. And who's providing the features? Who's providing the features is the corporations. The corporations are providing these features, and like I said earlier, the bad actors are exploiting them and making AI slop. And as long as the corporations, their bottom line is not affected, they could care less. They'll probably still keep providing features and still keep enhancing those features, which would overall make the creator and the consumers, experience much worse.
404 Media highlighted a similar trend with AI generated true crime videos. These channels scrape Reddit threads and court records, and they feed them through a language model, they narrate them with a cloned voice, and they use AI generated video clips to make them look like they're from the 90s or the early 2000s when this fake crime took place. The videos show fake evidence, the stories are exaggerated, sensationalized, and outright fabricated.
Yeah, peep that. The AI slop creator decided to make up some story from back in the days because they know that people wouldn't be able to verify whether it's true or false because of how old the story is. Dang, that's wild. You fooling them, but you're not fooling me.
404 highlighted how some of the top comments on the most popular videos were people speculating, assigning blame, and judging the made-up suspects. None of it was real. There was no sourcing, no accountability, just repackaged human suffering flattened into some sort of fake true crime algorithmic content. Now, one of the channels that they highlighted in the article was eventually terminated, but that doesn't solve this problem.
Bro, imagine assigning blame to somebody who doesn't even exist and arguing in the comment section over a story that's not even true. It was fabricated, all made up. Come on, guys. Come on, people. Y'all gotta do y'all research. I don't care how old the story is. Best believe you're one Google search away or a few Google searches away to find out whether this is an actually true story or not, man. Damn, it's really that simple.
Because new channels pop up constantly, and unless you already know how to spot them, I guess they can just blend in with other kinds of content on the platform. If AI Slop is going to exist on this platform, which I don't think it should, then YouTube needs to get a lot better at least labeling it clearly and consistently. They need to figure out a better way to moderate this, not just for creators, not just for their bottom line, and not even just for the platform, but for the public itself. But I also think regulation is already way behind, and if it stays that way, this problem is only going to get worse.
But like I said, as long as most of the impact is on the creators and the consumers and not the corporation's bottom line, don't expect anything to change drastically. But if you guys got some suggestions, let me know in the comment section below. And if y'all tired of all this fake AI slop, wait till you see my next video. The corporations themselves have created a fake AI arms race. Can y'all believe that? That's wild, man. Peace and love. I'll see y'all.